And we are live.
Aloha, snack bar, everybody, and happy Cinco de Mayo. It's the one, the only V, the Guerrilla Economist, with the main man, the master of the flux capacitor himself, CJ. We are breaking down V and V. We're breaking down Rogue Money Mornings with V and CJ. Follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money. Check us out on Facebook, Rogue Money, as well as RogueMoney.net, the fastest growing, most baddest ass news and economic geostrategic website on planet Earth. With that being said, also, guys, if you are in need of credit repair, you need a higher score either to get a house or get a new car or get a better quality of life. Or you're just running scared because the debt collectors are running and gunning for you and they're threatened to kidnap your kid and hold him as ransom until you pay your credit card bill. Then you need to check out myfreedomnow.us. myfreedomnow.us. Let those guys kick the debt collectors in the nuts and give them a taste of their own medicine. Let them improve your life and your score, and they can do so much more. With that being said, check them out again, myfreedomnow.us. CJ, what's going on, brother?
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, V.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo. And,
Soy amigos de gorillas.
Yes. We are the gorillas in the Econo mist, my friend.
That's right. Yeah, happy Friday, bro. Pumped up for today's show. Yeah, pumped up for today's show. We got Dex. We didn't do the Trading Terror Dome, so Dex is going live with us at 4 o'clock this afternoon. It'll be fun. It's always a great show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And with that being said, also, guys, what do you got going on for Cinco de Mayo, bro?
You know, I'm thinking maybe some really mean, like either some fajitas, you know, the ultimate fajitas with like the shrimp, the steak, the chicken, the onions, the green peppers, the red peppers, and a nicey cold margarita to go with the V. How about you?
Nice. I might do the same thing, dude. I might do something. You know, I got to get some Mexican food today. I got to find a, you know, I don't want to drive an hour into the city to get Mexican food. I just don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to find a good one. And I'm going to enjoy the Cinco de Mayo, and I'm going to have some delicious fajitas myself. I think fajitas are right up my alley, dude. Heck yeah. Why not?
There you go. And you got to have the corn tortillas. You got to have the corn tortillas, the authentic.
Got to have with the corn, not the flour stuff, baby. The
no,
corn, the real deal.
That's right.
The flour stuff will kill you, you know? But yeah, absolute corn tortillas. Let's get it on, man. Absolutely.
Maybe we can live stream that. Maybe we can live stream that, V.
Dude, whenever you're in New York, I'm telling you, me, Biggs, the rest of the guys, we should all just do like a live stream. You know, Brad Birkenfeld's been contacting me back and forth. Brad is waiting to come back to New York. He's, you know, as you know, he's in Europe right now. He's doing some big things. He is blowing it up. If you haven't been paying attention to Brad Birkenfeld, guys, follow Brad. He's doing some amazing things. He is absolutely throwing the bankers under the bus. He actually sued UBS. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, we should all do a live stream one of these days. We will. We'll all do a live stream. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Right from New York, right from Times Square. That'll be nuts. That'll be nuts.
There we go.
And we can pull it off. With that being said, my man, Russia proposes 4 de-escalation zones in Syria. I was going to say California.
Well, they can do it there.
California needs a de-escalation zone.
It might be
triggered. Oh man.
Yeah, so this is a great thing. And they had proposed this, you know, a while back, and now it looks like it's, you know, it looks like the Syrians are supporting it, Bashar Assad is supporting it, the US is aligned with it. And it's basically to create those kind of, if you will, I hate to call it safe space, but that's basically what it is. You know, the Kurds that have navigated there from northern Iraq, that have taken up territory there in Syria. It looks like they're going to allow them to have their own little areas, and hopefully as they move forward with, you know, because they are a democracy in terms of voting and everything. This can, and there's Christians there, there's Muslims there. Very challenging situation, but hopefully they can find some peace and what's that word again? Prosperity. Yeah, right. Moving forward.
Absolutely, man. And you know, the best part is, bro, it's like, it's good to see all these powers, you know, working together. And that's the whole entire thing. I mean, I was, you know, yesterday I was working out, got done with the gym. I'm sitting there in this built-in restaurant at the gym. I'm sitting there waiting for my my legendary crack salad that they serve. The crack salad, CJ. The crack salad with roasted pork shoulder. Can you imagine such a thing?
Ooh.
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm listening to these libtards who are just butthurt, and they're crying about the fact that Trump didn't when he shot off those Tomahawk cruise missiles. They were butthurt about the fact that it didn't hit any Russian planes. And I'm looking over at these morons. I'm like, you wanted Russian military to get hurt. You wanted Russian casualties. I mean, you wanted World War III. I mean, what is with the insane left? I mean, they went from the peace snakes to the war hawks. I don't get it, bro. But this is a good strategy, man. I think it's going to bring a lot of stability in the region. And the craziest part is Assad is totally on board for it.
That's yeah. I mean, it's kind of a win-win situation for everyone. Now it's just a matter of of executing it and keeping third parties from keeping Turkey from impacting, keeping Israel from having their say so in it. I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a good thing.
Absolutely correct, my man. And with that being said, look at we've been talking about this for a while now, and we are documenting the contagion as it goes from one thing to the next, and now it's cascading, dude. It looks like the Toronto housing market is about to implode, bro.
Yeah, this comes to us from Zero Hedge, and with the collapse of Home Capital Group, which again we've been reporting on, looks like now that's spreading, and in particular with Toronto, it's spreading throughout Canada. And again, this what happened in the US when we looked at the housing collapse. It started, California, Arizona, several states, and just with Canada in particular, that how much U.S. interest is there in terms of dollars that are invested with housing, with banks, with the derivatives, everything. I mean, this is going to impact us one way or the other.
Absolutely, man. 1,000%. It's going to impact us one way or another, because my thing is this, okay? One thing you have to understand about contagions spread. And one thing about the global interlocked world, especially the Western banking system that's happened in Europe, that's in the US as well as Canada, you saw, okay, CJ, in the 2008 collapse, American mortgage-backed securities being sold and chopped up and sold in Europe. You're seeing it sold in Canada. You're seeing it sold in Australia and far reaches as far away as New Zealand, okay? This is what is going on. And even in Japan, this is what's going on in the Western banking system. So when you have a contagion pop up, let's say in Toronto, okay, what goes in Canada? I mean, Canada's real estate market is very similar to the U.S. I mean, Toronto is almost like a New York junior, okay? New York, you're seeing prices starting to come down, especially in high-end real estate. Now you're looking at over here, CJ, we've been documenting the prices coming down in Manhattan, not only Manhattan, but also the Hamptons and Chicago and LA. High-end real estate prices were coming down across the country. And then shortly thereafter, you're seeing the contagion happening right now in the mortgage industry in Canada. The question becomes, where does it stop? Where does it stop? Does it stop here? Does it just simply end in Toronto? And unfortunately, history has shown us it doesn't. There is something happening right now in the mortgage industry that is, I believe by next year we'll be staring down the barrel of a gun that is all too familiar, CJ.
Yeah, yep. It will be right back to 2008. Yep. And, kind of like Bix stated the other day, that in the event when the banks collapse and all those mortgage derivatives are gone, are we going to see the pricing of and values of home drop 40, 50%? I believe he stated like more than that. But yeah, it's just alarming to watch this. And there's so many bubbles. It's not just it's just not the housing, it's the auto, it's the student loans, it's the healthcare, it's everything. Quantum easing 1, 2, and 3 did not work. So what's next? They're out of anything to play. There's nothing left.
Absolutely, man. And then when you look at the energy markets, look at Brent crude. I've been documenting this for 2 years. I've been writing articles 2 years ago on record stating you're going to see the price of oil drop below $50 a barrel. You're going to see it get into the 40s. I even said the lowest you're going to see it goes 39, and it hit 39. I was almost 2 years ahead of the curve on this one, and here I am again. What I've been talking about, when oil was starting to rise again, CJ, a few months ago, I said, don't worry about it. It's going to get back down to the $40 handle. It's being brought up by speculators. That's it, because there's still a massive glut of production. And what do we see here? Brent crude oil price drops to a 5-month low of 47 per barrel, man.
Yeah, and here's the thing, V. It's a great thing in terms of consumers, right? We should by now have started seeing everything that was impacted, all the prices that rose. Food with delivery, flights with travel. That never ever came down, but now we're getting it's even below that. And the thing that's upsetting me, V, in regards to I love the lower price of at the gas station at the pump, but now we're seeing states, V, start to pass these new gas taxes because gas is low now where it's favorable to do these types of actions. And again, that's probably the thing that we need to monitor is watch for. Say, I know Indiana snuck one in. I wasn't even aware of it. And sure enough, I believe we passed like a 3 cent or 5 cent additional gas tax to pay for something, V.
And it's so stupid. Instead of increasing the taxes, why don't you buttholes? Why don't you cut some spending? They never do that. They never control their out of control spending. If states and governments were run like households, they'd all be bankrupt within a week. And that's the issue here. There's nobody there. It's time that people hold these idiots' feet to the fire and make them responsible and accountable for such nonsense as overspending. Because my thing is this, they never curb spending. And look at California, CJ, $52 billion gas tax hike. $52 billion. Like, who wants to live in Cali? I mean, it's getting to the point where you can't even make excuses for the weather anymore. You're just gonna have to be like, okay, you know what? Weather's great and all. Hell, it's been raining for a couple months. I'm gonna be out. I just can't live with that kind of the stupidity. The politics over there is unreal.
Yeah, but we did have a win yesterday, V. We did have a win, and I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. I was wrong. Paul Ryan did deliver the House. I believe it was just one vote. I think there was just one vote. And of course, and again, I don't want to sound negative. I'm glad they had a huge victory lap yesterday in the Rose Garden, and they should have. It was great to see that. It was great to see the GOP come across with party lines. I think the vote should have been. It shouldn't even been in question if you think about it. I mean, we control the House, I believe, don't quote me on this, 25, 30 members, somewhere like that. But now it moves on to the Senate. And V, I did do a rogue report. I'm gonna post that on YouTube because I was just very alarmed yesterday, just watching, Nancy Pelosi come out and say that the Republicans are going to have a tattoo on their forehead in 2018 when they take this to the midterms, and they're going to have to explain why this is such a disastrous bill. And let's be mindful, this is the same woman that came forth and said, we have to pass Obamacare to see what's in it. It's so great, but we don't want to do this, in the public. We got to, get behind the scenes and pass it, but then we can see what's in it. Okay. So now again, in the fear mongering that's coming out, be that, millions are going to lose their insurance and thousands are going to die, tomorrow, all the fear mongering that's happening with this. But yeah, this is a big win for the administration.
Dude, here's the thing. Nancy Pelosi is a certified idiot. She's the dumbest human being I have ever heard in my entire life. And every time she opens her mouth, I am dumbfounded at the things she says. Absolutely dumbfounded. Nothing is going to happen with this change. And here's the funny thing, CJ. When this is repealed, and this is the funniest thing, these idiot Democrats don't realize they lost because of Obamacare. Nobody likes Obamacare. Every single poll you look at, Obamacare is looked upon very unfavorably, but yet these idiots are like, in 2018. That's how out of touch with reality the left has become. And my warning to the Democratic Party, CJ, back in November was, hey, look, here's the deal. The worst thing you guys can do is double down and go even more far left. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's enjoy, have at it. It's ridiculous to watch it, my man.
Right, and the responsibility of this falls on just one person's shoulders squarely, and his name is Barack Obama. He's the one that made all those false promises on the campaign. If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. This is going to lower premiums by $2,500 for every family, every American here. I mean, all the lies he had to state just to get this thing passed. And then the after effects, that's something else a lot of people forget about, is all the after effects, all the special waivers that were given to all his union donation friends that, oh, you're exempted from Obamacare for 2 years. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take money from Sally and Fannie to pad up the insurance industry just so that they agree to come on board with it. This was the level of Chicago corruption politics, full scale, brought to Washington, D.C. when Obama got this passed.
Obama played full, 3-card Monty with the American public. He played 3-card Monty with the American public, man. And that's what it is. Anyway, speaking of Obama, I heard he called it Macron.
He actually endorsed him yesterday. He
That's
went
good,
cool,
because everybody he endorses goes up in flames.
He gave him the kiss of death, is what he did, V.
That's exactly.
And be mindful, V, that this was the same president who stated leading up to the elections that foreign people shouldn't get involved in other people's elections. And then what does this asshole do? He endorses Macron. And if it tells you anything about Macron and his style of politics and what such a coward that he is that he's actually filed a lawsuit against Le Pen, because in their last debate, she just went after him, and she went for the jugular, basically calling him out, stating that more than likely he had special ties. He probably had offshore accounts, and now he's suing her because of that.
He's a bitch. Look, France. Hello, Frenchies. I know there's a few listeners out in France that hear me. And there's some loved ones that I care about in France that are out there. People like Joanne and her husband, great people. God bless you guys. They know what's up. But the rest of the Frenchies who are asleep, and you might be listening in on this, here's the deal. Okay? Here's the deal. You, like Macron, you are electing the same politically castrated, effeminate, limp-wristed, wet noodle, milquetoast politician. It is shocking that once again it is going to be a woman that is going to be saving France. First it was Joan of Arc. Now it's Marine Le Pen. She's the modern day Joan of Arc at this point, CJ. France is going, if Macron gets elected, in 25 years, French culture will cease to exist. And that pisses me off, CJ. Because when I want to go to a French restaurant and have chicken friand or some duck pate, and my only choices are shawarma, okay, and falafel, I got a problem, bro. Okay? I got a serious problem. But that's the deal. I mean, Macron is dirty as they come. He's a Goldman crony. There's all sorts of dirty crap that's with this guy's closet, and he knows it. And I hope the French will turn this around, because we heard recently an Al Qaeda leader admits aligned with Saudi and U.S. support. Well, we already knew that one, right, Siege? Right.
I mean, we saw it in Syria. Now we're witnessing the exact same thing in Yemen. Didn't go full scale. This Al Qaeda leader, Qassam al-Rimi, stated basically that that they've been working alongside Saudi and U.S. coalition there and influence. So we knew this, but now it's fully out there, and the reports are coming out. So I read this at least yesterday in 3 different reportings. V.
Absolutely. And real quick, Ted Cruz is going after Comey for not prosecuting Huma Abedin. I love it.
Yeah, a couple big wins yesterday, and something that we've really been pressing. And I'm glad that we just didn't sit there quietly and not ask for these things to happen, because now they are. So Cruz basically went after Comey and said, listen, why didn't you pass Huma Abedin? Just because someone doesn't know that they're committing a crime doesn't give them the excuse that they're not guilty. You can't just say, oh, well, they didn't know that they were doing it, so we're going to let them off. And that's the law. And Comey knows that. And Cruz went after him. So that was a huge win. And then also Trey Gowdy, who I love, Trey Gowdy basically came out and says that Susan Rice, that she doesn't get to decide if she wants to testify, and that there's a subpoena coming, V.
Yes. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that guy's got ice in his veins.
Hell yeah, man. I love Gowdy. He's the man. With that being said, we're at the end of the show. Again, folks, check us out on roguemoney.net. Check us out on Twitter at the Rogue Money. Check out our interviews. Subscribe. Share this channel. We're the only ones that are out there. One of the few that are out there making common sense in this crazy age. And also check out our sponsors, myfreedomnow.us, myfreedomnow.us. Just need a better improvement in your credit score. You need some things removed, cleaned up, or you just need some serious help. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, whatever the hell it is you're going through, check out myfreedomnow.us. With that being said, CJ, we are over and out. Take it away, my friend.